we just don't come out and say I'm preparing stock. So sometimes we need some basic data. First, we need to know the daily production. Okay, how much volume of water you produce on daily basis. Okay, then that will also inform us the quantity of chlorine to be measured. Okay, yes. So the cup I have here, sometimes if you are fortunate to buy certain buckets of chlorine, you may get this cup in there. When you fetch it full, it's 700 grams. Okay, if you don't have these cups, you can get this market scale. Those our colleagues that sell meat uses. When you go to the cold store, you can get that one. That will also help you to measure. At least you should know what you are measuring. The main idea is that we are also trying to avoid wastage. So whatever we are putting in there, we should know how much we are disinfecting. And then this should be taken seriously, because sometimes when you overdose chlorine, we have something we call the byproducts, the chloroamines and all that, the trihalomethanes, which is carcinogenic. That is why it's very critical that we measure and know the quantity. Okay, and then also our treated water. We should also make sure that the turbidity is 0. Because if you are recording turbidity, meaning that there are still particulate matter in the water, which is likely to form this trihalomethanes. Okay, so this is a very critical exercise we are doing. Okay, so we are going to use Adidome water system as a case study. They are doing 2,000 cubic in a day, on a daily basis. Okay, so we measure 8 of these cups, and like I said, when you measure one, it's 700. So this means that we are going to multiply 7 by 8, and that gives us 8 of this cup into this mixing tank, and we fill it to the brim, which is 100 liters. This will be our stock, which will be dispensing into the lines. Okay, but then you know that means every day you have to come and prepare. Every day you have to come and prepare, which is also a bit of a work, because you have other stacks and schedules that you need to attend to. So now we can choose to prepare a stock for 5 days. Okay, so it means that if a day they are using 4.2 kilos, and I want 5 days, I multiply 4.2 by 5. So you can see the information on your screens, how to go about the calculations. You can see it on the screens, and then you can follow suit as same. So for 5 days, that means we will measure 8 of this times 5, because we have 5 days. If you are doing for 1 week, then we do for 7. Okay, then later we'll come to the doser to be dosing the amount on daily basis for us, so that it wouldn't overdose. That is why there are some knobs that will come to that one, then to be regulating it, so that this stock you've given the doser will be programmed to dose all the content here in 5 days or in 7 days as you desire. Okay, if you have the time, you want to be doing it 2 days every day, that is up to you. Okay. All right. Yes, chlorine is very volatile, and it's a very high oxidizing agent. So please, when you are dealing with it, you need to be in the proper PPEs. You need to be in your coat, because when you can stain your dress, you can, stain your dress. Your hands need to be protected. The fumes that comes when you open, you need to wear a nose mask and a goggle as well. Okay. Also deteriorate faster. Okay, with respect to the high purity ones. So it's always advisable that you do a purity test first to confirm the available chlorine. Then from there, you can go and procure. So if you go to the market, it's not that they are selling chlorine, so you just have to go and buy. No, you do a purity test, and then also when you get that purity, you advise on storage methods. Okay, because if you have the highest purity and don't store it well, it will also degrade, and then it will then serve the purpose for which you bought it for. All right, so I'm going to measure 8 cups of this for Adidome, because on daily basis they use 8 cups. So we are going to measure 8 cups into our mixing tank. We dissolve it, and then we move on. So I'm going to measure. measuring our 8 cups into our mixing tank. Okay, so now we dissolve with the treated water. So when you're preparing the stock, you need to know your volume. So with this one, like I mentioned earlier, this is 100 liters. So you have to fill it with a brim. Okay. Yeah, so the tank is halfway filled. And then to make sure that we have all the chlorine in there dissolved. So with the help of a pipe, which, yes, a PVC pipe as our stirrer, we will stir the chlorine so that we make sure that everything goes into solution so that there will be none at the bottom. So you gently stir clockwise. Okay, so you do that for 2 to 3 minutes, just to make sure that you have everything into solution. Yeah, so now we filled our mixing tank to the brim, this 100 liters. So I'm stirring to make sure that I have everything dissolved into solution. So now we have everything in solution now. Okay. So when you look closely, you realize that the water is a bit whitish. And it's highly concentrated. Like I said, we've dissolved all what you are supposed to do in the whole day into 100 liters. So this solution is very concentrated. That's why we call it a stock solution. Okay, so this is where you'll be dropping a bit into your water. Okay, so now we are done preparing our stock solution. Okay, so like I already mentioned, a stock solution is a solution whose concentration is known. And then, like I said, the whole amount of chlorine they are supposed to use in a day, okay, we dissolve it in here. So this solution is very concentrated. So out of this stock, as and when the flow is going, they will be dropping the required amount by the help of the digital doser to disinfect treated water. Yes, so now our digital doser is connected to a power source. As you can see, it's on. So now we are going to charge the lines. Because it's a new installation, you realize that all the lines are empty. And probably there's air in there. So we are going to program the doser now, so that to eliminate all the air, fill it with the stock solution, so we can do the dosing. So as you can see, it's at the off position. We have 3 knobs here. This knob, which they've indicated start and stop, that is what you use to put the machine on and then you put the machine off. Okay, and then we have 2 knobs on the side here. There's a plus on one and there's a minus on the other one. These 2 knobs regulate the pulse, as in the rate at which you want the doser to put the stock solution into the treated lines. Okay, so basically these are just 3 knobs that you have to be conversant with. And then, like I said, this is the flow adjuster. This is what we use to take out the air and then air bubbles from the system. So I'm going to open it. Okay. So now I've opened, I'll put on the doser now. So if you could see, now the foot valve will be taking the stock solution to the doser. You can see that it's filling gradually. Okay. It's filling gradually. So now it goes to the diaphragm. It comes up here. And then we've opened our air valve. So all the air, the trapped air in the lines are going up. So you can see that now the solution is coming out from this end. Okay. So we just wait a while to make sure that there's no air bubble in the line. So now the system is dispensing the stock into our treated lines. Okay.